Welcome. We all carry moments we wish we could revisit, words we wish we'd said, people we wish we could speak to one more time. But the person we often forget to speak to is ourselves. And if that speaks to you, consider subscribing if you haven't already. What would you say to the version of you who didn't know what was coming, or the version still waiting on a miracle? What would you say if you could whisper across time to the younger you filled with fear, or the future you carrying hope? In this story, we open the letters we never sent. Letters to our past, to our future, to the versions of us who needed guidance, love, or forgiveness. These are the legacy letters, where the wisdom we carry meets the stories that shaped it. Letter 1, the day before everything changed. Dear me, you don't know it yet, but tomorrow is the day that splits your life into two parts, before and after. You'll be sitting in a doctor's office, still wearing your work clothes, when someone says a word you've only ever associated with other people: cancer. And in that moment, everything will slow down. Not because you're calm, but because the fear is so loud, it drowns out everything else. You'll smile weakly, nod, ask a few questions you won't remember later. Then you'll walk to your car and sit in silence. You won't call anyone, not yet. You'll stare at the steering wheel and try to breathe. Here's what I want you to know. You will be terrified, and that's okay. You will feel angry and guilty and unfairly betrayed by your own body, and that's okay too. But you will also become someone you didn't know you could be, someone stronger than fear, someone softer than before. You will lose your hair, but gain clarity. You'll cry through some nights, but laugh through chemo sessions because someone made a terrible joke at just the right moment. You'll discover how much life fits into a single day when you stop taking time for granted. And eventually, the word remission will come. Not with fireworks, but with quiet relief and tears you didn't even know you were holding in. You will survive. But more than that, you'll live. You'll live differently, deeper, wider, more awake. So when tomorrow comes, be scared, be shaken. But don't think for a second that this is the end, because it's not. It's the beginning of the fiercest, bravest chapter of your life. Love you, the version who made it through. Her name is Olivia. She was 32 when she wrote this. She now volunteers every Friday in the same oncology wing where she once sat as a patient. When people ask her if she's afraid it might come back, she says, "I've already come back. From the brink, from the breakdown, from everything I thought I couldn't survive." Letter 2, dear me at 17. Dear me, you're angry at your dad, at the world, at yourself. And I get it. You feel like no one listens unless you're yelling, like no one takes you seriously unless you're breaking things. You're trying to make noise because the silence inside hurts too much. But here's what you need to know. Anger isn't the problem. It's what happens when pain has nowhere else to go. You're going to lose people. Friends will walk away. Your mom will cry behind closed doors. And one day, you'll throw a punch you can't take back. That will be your turning point. You'll spend a night in a holding cell that feels like forever. And in the stillness, you'll see your reflection in the metal toilet lid and not recognize the person staring back. But after that moment, you'll rebuild. You'll meet a teacher who sees past the rage. You'll find peace in movement, in carpentry, boxing, music. You'll fall in love with a woman who doesn't flinch when you get quiet. And you'll hold a newborn who wraps their hand around your pinky, and suddenly, all the broken things will start to make sense. You'll learn that strength doesn't come from fists or shouting. It comes from staying, loving, being gentle, even when you weren't taught how. You'll forgive your father. Not because he deserved it, but because you deserve the freedom that comes with letting go. So, to the version of me who wants to burn it all down, hold on, because one day you'll build something better from the ashes. Signed, me, the man you never believed you'd become. His name is George. He once stood at the edge of a very different life. Now, he runs an anger management program for teenage boys in Chicago. He tells them, "I'm not here to fix you. I'm here to remind you, you don't have to stay broken." Letter 3, right before you leave the stage. Dear me, you're about to take your final bow tonight. The stage lights will burn warm, the applause will be thunderous, and you'll smile as if you're fine. But inside, you're terrified. Because when the curtain falls, so does everything you've ever attached your identity to. Who are you without the spotlight? Here's what I want you to know. You are still a performer, but now you perform in classrooms, in living rooms, in places where there's no audience, just impact. You'll write songs no one hears and love every note. You'll teach kids who remind you of yourself, eager, loud, messy, and they'll think the world of you. You'll discover that the most sacred stage isn't lit by bulbs, it's lit by connection. Legacy isn't in fame, it's in the hands you held, the tears you caught, the hope you sparked. So take your bow tonight, say goodbye to the applause, because tomorrow you begin something far more meaningful, the version of you who shines quietly. He played sold-out venues across the country. Now, he plays guitar at a local community center. He says the silence after his songs used to terrify him, but now it feels like peace. Final letter, dear me, right now. Dear me, you're tired. Not just physically, but soul deep. You wonder if any of it is making a difference. You compare yourself to strangers on the internet. You look in the mirror and sometimes don't recognize who you've become. But here's what I see. You're still showing up, even when it's hard. You're still kind, still soft in a hardening world. You've survived heartbreaks that would have destroyed you a few years ago. You've grown in silence, in stillness, in seasons no one applauded. You are not behind. We often find the person we needed most was the version of ourselves we forgot how to love. This was Legacy Letters. Thank you for listening, and maybe tonight, write one of your own.